What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good day today. So, I know last week I put out a video saying I quit YouTube, I quit everything. That was kind of like a knee-jerk reaction to some things, some stress that I'm going through in life, and I'm going through a breakup or whatever. And shouldn't have done that. It was just, we'll just say that was just a moment. But yeah, I've had a bunch of series of things come up between work and relationships, and the fact I'm living in New York City, higher cost of living area, certain stresses, both, work and financial, and, a bunch of little things that, kind of going on. And then the big thing with the breakup. So, yeah. Which here soon, I'm gonna be putting out a video mainly for the guys, talking about some flags, red flags to look out for, some things to be mindful of, and I might say some things that might bother some of the ladies. Sorry, it's the truth. When it comes to like certain things that some of y'all do, that's just flat out hurtful and damaging to your relationships and essentially quality of life. You know what I mean? So, because everybody wants somebody, right? Everybody wants somebody to love and hold at night and tell all their deep, darkest secrets and so on and so forth, right? So, I'm going to be getting into that. I'm going to be talking about, some things mainly for the guys to look out for, And with that being said, I'm not saying everybody or the majority of people in the community do these things. I'm just saying just some things to look out for. That's it. So, but anyhow, yeah, just stresses, going through breakup. I mean, I'm in a unique position. What I do for a living is kind of a unique job to have, and not too many people know about, and not too many people do, So, essentially what I am in my career field, I'm kind of like what you would call a gatekeeper, essentially. And what that means is guys like me, or people like me, make sure that when anything involved with welding, when it's being constructed and built and fabricated, that it is done to a high quality, and it is done in such a way that it's not going to fail, at least for a very long time. Because, in the past, we've had incidences when welds would fail. They hold a lot of weight, or they're holding back caustic hazardous materials. And for example, right now, I'm working on a job mainly for the, I'm kind of getting distracted. One of the welders is pulling up. Working on a job mainly dealing with natural gas. And natural gas is explosive, and it's toxic if you breathe it in. And we have to make sure that the welds that involved with the piping and the pressure vessels and things, all that involved with the process, they're of the utmost quality and integrity. Because if they fail, somebody can get hurt, property could be damaged, something can get caught on fire, ignite, because natural gas is explosive, right? So, and that's not even the worst of it. I've dealt with stuff called TFE, tetrafluoroethylene, in a refinery down in Alabama. That's probably one of the most caustic jobs I've been on. Because not only did they have TFE, they had hydrosulfuric acid, they had, what else? Hydrosulfuric acid, tetrafluoroethylene, bunch of other, I can't even remember, bunch of other caustic hazardous chemicals and acids and things of this nature that, hell, those are stuff, it was an acid that was green. And, the guy running the place was said, redneck as hell. He's kind of scary too. Not because, it was being run by rednecks, but it's being run by stupid rednecks. This guy, oh my God, he was a clown, man, running the job. But basically, we was at orientation, and he said, if you see some green stuff on the ground,
It's not green apple Gatorade. Don't go touching it, and for God's sake, don't go licking it. It's hydrosulfuric acid. So yeah, that's the sort of shit that we deal with as inspectors and welders and people who work in like metal construction, iron workers. I mean, not necessarily iron workers so much. They just deal with like a lot of high heights. So I deal with stuff with that and inspecting bridges. So a lot of critical things that you need to make sure you have your shit together on. You know, and need to make sure that those welds are of the utmost quality and integrity. And that's a high pressure job. And then when you have a company, well, I'm not gonna go saying exactly, but when you don't have the backing that you need as far as codes and specifications and the backing of certain people who are above you, that puts you in a bad bind. That puts you in a bad situation, because I answer to what is called the AWS, American Welding Society. So no matter where I go, technically my boss isn't really my boss. The AWS is my boss, because if I fuck up, I sign off on some bullshit welds that are clearly bullshit welds. I'm just doing it to get a paycheck or get a few extra dollars. I get paid off. The AWS finds out about that. I could lose my certification, and that's it. I don't have a career anymore, and I'm expelled from working as an inspector, not only CWI, but more than likely as an NDE inspector. You know, high pressure job, and the AWS takes that very seriously, because they know people's lives are in jeopardy when you have a bullshit inspector who doesn't have any integrity, who's a weak-minded person. So it puts a lot of pressure on you. You know, I got it from both sides. And then in the YouTube world, I got it on both sides too. You know, like I have people in the community hating on me, and I have people outside of the community hating on me, which I can handle the hate outside the community a hell of a lot more than hate, within the community. That bugs the shit out of me, and it just surprises me. You know, I was talking to a woman the other day, and yes, she's a woman with transgender experience. I was talking to her the other day, and what was it, yesterday, I think? And she was like, we were just having a casual conversation, and I wanted to meet up with her for coffee. I mean, I didn't want any, like, legitimately just wanted coffee and have a conversation with somebody, because, not gonna lie, I'm heartbroken right now, going through it, whatever. And I just wanted somebody to talk to, is almost like a distraction, I guess. But it'd be nice to have a lovely conversation. And this woman didn't want to meet up. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Okay, we'll just talk online. And we're trying to talk, and it's all about her. Talking all about her. And she was talking about all these weak-ass men she would date and all this stuff. And I realized from the conversation that she's narcissistic. And these guys she was talking about, some of it was legitimate reasons on why she left the relationship. But there were some guys that she just left because it was like, I mean, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you need to show there needs to be support from both sides of the fence. And I don't know, that just irked me. And I just said, all right, well, I'm done with this conversation. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she called me a weak ass man. So you can't handle dating trans women. You should go back to cisgender women. I never date a trans woman ever again. You need to delete your channel, because you are a hypocrite. You don't practice what you preach. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, lady, go on somewhere. I don't have any time for your narcissism. Goodbye. Have a good life. Blocked her ass. Like, oh my God, I should have took screenshots of that conversation and blurred out her face and her name and posted it online, but I didn't want to deal with it. But yeah, so just a little recap on some things, and I've been trying to get to and post more stuff on YouTube, but been busy. Moved to New York City. That's like the ultimate move, I was in California before that, outside San Francisco, and then I moved a little further north, and now I'm out here in New York. So I'm really swinging for the fences here. That's what I've always done, what I'm trying to do, and may not work out for me, whatever. I'll continue swinging for the fences. Still gonna try it. Yeah, so I'm not quitting YouTube. Might be backing off a little bit, but not gonna quit it. So yeah, to be focusing more on weightlifting, that's for sure. But anyhow, so
if you're still watching, let me think. A little test question, see if people watch until the end. If you're still watching, ask me about SNT-TC-1A. Ask me about it in the email. If you look in the About section, it's a Librium, I think it's Librium Curitate 13 at Outlook, but the Librium's misspelled. So, but look at it in the About section. If you click on the About on my YouTube channel, you'll see my email. So, anyhow, I know not the best of videos, but I wanted to get something out there. Be like, hey, I don't quit. I take it back. You know, Sike, right? But anyhow, if you watch this long, ask me about SNTC1A. Y'all have a good day. Peace.